It's movie review time. Welcome to the No PC Show review. We're just gonna get right into it. Wait, I gotta let everybody see my face first. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's be respectful, right? Uh, Catching up on some movies that already came out that I wanted to review. Since award season, everything is rolled around. One of the movies I was interested in was the movie Napoleon. Call me a nerd, uh, but it's basically a movie about the French Revolution and the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. Uh, I saw the previews. I went to see something else, and I saw the previews, and I said it looks pretty interesting because there were questions that I had because we were often taught that it was Napoleon that destroyed the nose of the Sphinx and tried to destroy the pyramids. In the movie and doing research with AI, they were saying that's not a true statement. They went there just to study the culture, the building structures, and gain knowledge as so many other great minds had done previous. So Napoleon was a complex little man uh, with insecurities. He was strong to the outside world, but there was one woman, Josephine, who from day one had his mind in control. He needed her to provide a dominance in his life that he was pushing upon everybody else. Uh, I didn't know he had a brother, and he came into the picture because his brother was a high-ranking officer or person in France, and they were dealing with the French monarchy. The movie starts off with the beheading of what was her name? The Antoinette lady. I wrote it down too. Marie Antoinette. She was the queen, and King Louis, I think that was the 16th. They were both beheaded, and the French Revolution was really a series of battles that took place between 1789 and 1799, which ended in Napoleon assuming power, placing himself in the power and creating documentation for him to be a ruler. And so they intertwined this with a love story about him and Josephine and this other side of a tyrant as we knew him. Some interesting points. I don't want to tell anything too much. The movie's about 2 hours and 38 minutes long. Got some intriguing parts if you're into that type of stuff. If you're into historic movies and things like that, filling in the spaces. I thought he was a man chasing glory because of his stature. You could tell that's where the Napoleon complex comes from. I think he felt he always had to go a little bit beyond to prove himself, and he needed validation, and the only validation that he could get was from Josephine, the only validation that really mattered to him. But I guess the thing that came out of the revolution and him doing the things that he did it was said that he had a profound impact on political, social, and cultural landscapes of France and beyond. The things he did changed the way that they lived and the subjugation that they were under and how they ruled and everything. He just got a little bit beside himself. He figured that everyone would cow down to him and that he would be able to conquer every place he went, and he found that that was not the case. And everybody knows the Battle of Waterloo, where he was spanked. Shockingly, well, I want to tell the end. But in the Battle of Waterloo, everybody knows that's where he met his defeat. But it like I say, interesting movie. If you're into old war movies and stuff like this is a period movie, meaning it is based on that time of life. It precedes even though he changed the landscape of Europe and the way things that were being done, by 50 years later, these people would be imposing a whole different type of destruction on the continent of Africa and destroying Africa from 1865 to 1957, when Ghana became the first country in Africa to regain their independence. We always got to tied into us somehow, because I think I saw one of us in the movie, which I wasn't shocked. But just trying to catch up on these reviews, and then we'll get into some of the newer. Well, we did Color Purple. We did the Iron Claw. Now we've done Napoleon. I think we need to do Oppenheimer. I'm not doing the Ken and Barbie movie. No, not going to do that. But hopefully, just my opinion of these movies. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm gonna give it. I give it 3.5 stars. I mean, it held my attention for the most part. Showed me a different light of Napoleon. Nobody ever really goes to the library and pulls up a book about Napoleon. We just use the phrases Napoleon complex and things of that nature. So, if you get the time, or if you want to, you can probably catch it on. I'm not sure if it's on any streaming services right now. But Napoleon came out November 22nd, right around Thanksgiving time. I finally got around to seeing it. Like I say, 3.5 stars. Not a bad movie. And it's got a little history to it. So take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully you guys can join us tomorrow. I don't have the topic for tomorrow, but we will have it by tomorrow, because we just finished our relationship. Third Thursday of every month, we're going to do family and relationship show, because I think that's important for us to touch base on. But we'll be on the black tomorrow, no matter what we're talking about. That's where we're going to be. So deuces 2 times, and we'll see you when we see you. We out this joint.
Step out of the car.
No, you don't have the right.
Step out of the car.
You do not have the right to do that.
I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove
I
you.
refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Now if your woman ain't no revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. She'll be grooming